Zeus is on the prowl. I got a card. In these times of troubles, Julia sent a little card. Says, I'm a big fan of your horse channel on YouTube and appreciate everything you do for the horse community. I've learned so much about horses and beautiful British Columbia. As well, I follow you on Instagram and love your appreciation for nature and photography. I do as well. I would like to share some pictures. Thanks, Julia. That's a nice card. And I wanted to share one of these pictures with you guys for sure, because it's so adorable. But check this out. This is, I guess, her horse. Hard to tell. It looks like a baby Lena, sort of, like a little Lena. Anyhow, so that's nice. Zeus, what'd you find? Thank you, Julia. It's always lovely getting hand-printed, handwritten cards. What is it, Skipper? What's happening? What's going on, buddy? You look awfully dirty. What happened? Bonk. Yeah. Hey, pal. It's a little cloudy today. It was kind of nice. It's very mild. Very, very mild today. Let's come up for a drink. He's yelling at me for something. I put a lot of horses in different places. Again. Now just recently I posted a video that said, I think I've got it. What's this? Oh, hello. What do you got, Zeus? What is it? He's barking at something. Look at how alive he is. Look at this active little puppy. He's busy. Okay, we got Banana back in here. Yeah. And we've got Skip back in there. Off he goes. It is confusing to me. The horses take this pathway through the logs so often. It's bizarre. A little bizarre. Okay, so what happened, right? What's going on? Well, managing here. Banana, did you poke a hole in that thing? It looks suspiciously empty. Look at how big of a bite she's got there. Does that not look like it's got a hole in it? Nanner, did you poke a hole in that thing? What is happening here? Let's take a look. No, you're just supremely adept at getting... What is it, Nanner? You're a big eater. Nanner's a big eater. So she's a big mess maker too. Now, where do we start? So, Miss Messy Pants here, who is pretty sandy. They're all sandy. They had a great time. Look at the arena. It's a very busy day today. Very busy day, especially for the horses. I think at least 4 of them got some good work today. It was a good day. Now Nanner's messy. She eats a lot, so she's messy. Putting her in with another horse became a nightmare. It was an undesirable condition to deal with. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Now, Skip's on his own because I found him a little bit, it's almost like Roni, you know, a little too possessive. Let's get out of here. You coming? He is coming. So Nanner's back in here because this paddock is quite good for her. She, the other thing that I noticed is that she wasn't lying down as much as she does in here, as she was in there, because she's a big liar downer. Does that make any sense? Is that English? That's not English. That is not English, folks. She lies down a lot. So her in here, I think is better for her. This paddock works out well. It's well suited for her needs as a messmaker. It's good. Skip's up here because it's an appropriate paddock for him at the moment. I could switch him up with a couple other ones, I think, but Rue's in here. He's never been in here. I thought maybe I could put him in here. This paddock's got a big slant to it. Big slant. Now, you guys might have remembered that Peggy was up there with Ohana. Let's talk about that when we get down to Peggy. But for now, Rue's in here. I think he goes well in here. He's next to his best friend right there, Luke. I don't know if they're best friends. I actually think that Rue and Skip are best friends. I don't know what Luke is. Luke's having a nap. What's happening, buddy? Yeah. Luke's in here. Looks like he's got a couple of bugs near him. We've got our chaperone. So let's talk about... So Luke was in with Gracie in the forest. But Luke is the worst. You've seen me millions of times out here. Somebody drops some poop and he's got to go over and he's scraping it and going everywhere. And hi, Gracie. What are you doing? Not hungry right now? Says I'm good. She's Sandy as well. Yeah. So because he did fine with Gracie, but I think that Luke, and I've thought this many times, he's a little better on his own because it just becomes a bit of a nightmare as a caretaker and maintenance and not losing so much gravel that I got to keep fixing paddocks. So that leads us to Peggy. Peggy doesn't like hills very much. So I took her out of Ohana's because Ohana and her weren't sharing as well as I'd like them to. They did pretty good, but I found that, they would eat from the same hay bag all the time. But there was a little bit too often that I thought, I don't know if this is going well. I don't think I like exactly how it's going. So, and the other thing is so what I ended up doing is I put Peggy up where Rue is, but that paddock has a big hill to it. So that paddock is actually good for horses that need to walk up and down hills like Skip does. Skip needs to walk up and down hills. So I put him in the first paddock because I think that's a good paddock for him anyways. But Peggy doesn't do as well for that kind of thing. And I'm not entirely sure why. It might be a preference thing. But she definitely travels more, a lot more, on flat ground. And Peggy, if she doesn't move a lot, kind of like a lot of horses for that matter, or at least I notice that her back legs stalk up a little bit, and it's enough for me that I think, I'd rather have her moving more. So, in other words, a flat, reasonably level paddock like this is fantastic. So the question is, who to put with Peggy? Well, these two get along really well, so I thought, well, I'll just put them back together. But the little bits of changes that I make and can make regularly, I could put Rue in here maybe, I could put Skip back in here. I can make these changes and it'll be good. It's just looking dozy. Who's got mosquito? There's skeeters around here now. We're starting to get a little bit warmer, so the mosquitoes are coming out here and there, and that sucks. So they're back here, and then we've just got our usual three back here. Roni, Lena, and Ruli. Now, thought process is back here. I find that Ruli stays the calmest with Roni, but I don't want Roni just with Ruli. And Lena does well back here as well with Roni because they can share one shelter. So you can see there is a huge dynamic. When you've got 9, possibly 10 horses to manage, and a dog, there's a lot to think about. And the dynamics between horses can shift and change based on if they feed well together, if they play, if they make a mess with each other, things like that. So far, this has gone well. Hello, Lena. Who needs a big scratchings today? Lena needs a big scratchings today. Huge. Hello, Lena. Nice mop. Who's that guy? So. Skip doesn't see, he got really attached. Oh, and that was the last thing about Skip, is that he got so attached to Gracie that when I went to go work with Gracie in the arena, he would not leave us alone. And that seemed a little too possessive for me. Hi, buddy. Nice hair. You're looking sharp. I worked with Roni today. Yeah. Hang on, you've got a... Can I get... Just... There's the fly. Oh, come on, Roni. This is one thing that we're working on, is touching his top of his head. He's still... Man, just when you think that you've got something figured out with a horse, and you go to do it again, you know, later on in time, you find out it hasn't stuck. It sticks for the time being, and then it just stops sticking, and you're like, God, I gotta keep on doing this. So. Oh, another thing I discovered is recently is right there. You see that bush right there? Right, this one right here. That thing is the exact same thing as this one that we on a side note, transplanted. Can you guys see? I don't know if it's going to focus in. Look at all that red. Do you see that? Anybody know what those are? Those are bloodworms. They're everywhere. I happen to have a fish tank on the inside of the house, so you can actually take those, we'll put them in a bucket, and then we feed them to the fish. They love them. Good food. Free. Usually you buy them frozen from the pet store. So, oh, there she's eating now. She's finished her nap. Anyhow, so shuffling horses around, it's a bit of a chore sometimes to try to get the right balance to make sure everybody's good, but it is incredibly important to make sure that it is good for the caretakers of the facility as well, because and this guy, here's another thing, he loves to rub on shelters. So a bigger shelter I found also was good for him. Look at him. Watch this. Let's see if he does it. Oomph. Nope. So it happens when you stand around and expect something to happen. Anyways, he rubs on the shelters all the time. There's always tons of his hair all over the place. So, right, Roo? Need a scritchy sketch? What do you think? I love that guy. He's a good horse. Either way, things are going well. I know it's been a few days since I last posted. Took a couple days off. A little recharge. You know, there's a lot going on. There's Zeus. So all is well. The weather was rainy for a couple days as well. And now we've got these hugely textured clouds rolling in a bit. And I expect it's going to rain. So, yeah, well, yeah. That's it for now. What else can I tell you guys? I feel like there's so many things to talk about, but that's sort of the gist of it. Yeah, the skeeters are out. Ugh. Not looking forward to this part of the season. Anyhow, so that's it. I will be back posting normal stuff from tomorrow. That's it for now. I will see you guys again tomorrow for that. Any, on a side note, any questions or requests or things that you think you might want to see? I did get somebody, can't remember who it was, said yes to the idea of me doing some tech reviews on stuff that I use around here, like this, like this camera, or my headphones, or whatever else that I might use around here to do horsey stuff and horse riding with cameras and stuff. What's going on, buddy? What happened? See if he comes over. He probably will. He's very personable. Hey pal, you're gonna survive without your girlfriend? Yeah, Gracie, I put him in, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I put him in with Gracie, and they did okay. She never seemed to like him, he never seemed to like her, but they liked being with each other. Right? You guys were so weird. It was strange, but they did okay. Skip's not very flexible, so when he tries to itch his tummy, he's really got to have a go at it. Good job, buddy. You're getting a little better. I'm gonna give him a brushings. Okay, that's it for now. Yeah, if you guys have anything you want me to show you or work on or something like that, let me know. Or answer questions, if there are any more. Those are getting a lot less because everybody's asked so many questions. Thank you for your questions. It's been great. Okay, that's it. That's it for sure. Yuck. What do you got, Zeus? All right, let's see you guys again. Oh, you're back. Okay, we're gonna end on that.